Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Convention Shenanigans podcast. I'm Mike Fugi.
I'm t.dang.
Nice. And as you can see, we changed our layout a little bit. There's just two of us, sort of. We're very understaffed right now, so we have our good buddy Tyler running all the cameras and audio equipment. If you want to give him a shout.
Yay!
What's up, everybody?
So, going off of being very understaffed, if anyone in the Charlotte area would like to join us in helping us record, helping us host, helping us with camera equipment, feel free to give us a shout. We would love to meet new people. We would love to grow our little community we have and just to have fun with it. So with that being said, do you have anything else to add to that?
I guess you could come check us out on our Facebook, Convention Shenanigans. So you better message us there from there if you want to join us out.
Yep. So starting off, I'll have to say that we are not being paid by anyone. Everything has been funded by us. So all these plugs that we are going to say now or future, we really aren't being paid for any of these, and we're just really trying to promote others who are very similar. We're very small groups that are just trying to get our names out there. So first off, we would like to say thanks to Sloth Sports. Well, Sloth Esports. We've actually met them at MagFest 2 weeks ago, and I gotta say these are some of the best mouse pads. They're a little bit thicker than what I'm used to. I'm used to a much thinner mouse pad, but the thickness of it definitely is comfy. And I know I've been noticing with my mouse, I'm a little bit more accurate with my mouse than I am obviously on the table. This one in particular is t.dang's. How do you like this yourself?
Oh, I like it a lot. Like just moving the mouse and everything is really smooth. Cause the old mouse pad I moved on it, I could feel a little rough. It's still smooth, but this one right here, oh man, it just glides on top of it like it's nothing.
That's probably going to be better away from the computers. So yeah, if you ever have a chance, please look up Sloth Esports. They make some amazing mouse pads.
Yeah.
And they have multiple different sizes. This is the largest one they make that will actually be big enough for your keyboards and mouse or mice. And they have two other smaller sizes as well. I have both of those sizes. One, I would say it's a medium size that I use with my gaming computer, and then I have a small one that's a little bit bigger than a regular mouse pad, and I just use it for just basic computing on my other computer. Love it. I would buy another one. I bought two personally. I think we bought 6 altogether that day.
Yeah. And then the price of it is actually a really reasonable price, and you can't beat the price.
I think I paid $15 for my medium and $10 for the smaller size.
Yeah. And then mine, I paid like $30, which is you go to a regular computer store or something, go buy one of the regular small mouse pad, you're looking already like $20 already.
Yeah, my original mouse pad that I had was a Vocaloid. It was a Miku mouse pad, and I bought that at a random store I went to on vacation. I think I was in Houston, Texas, just just going to visit friends and family, and then we just stopped by a store, and I think I paid like $20 for it, which I think was a little too much, but I just really wanted a mouse pad, and it's just really old, and I had to replace it with something, and so this one, hands down, is a much better upgrade. As I mentioned, my gaming mouse is much more accurate now. It's kind of hard to describe, but unless that you actually play a lot of games, whether you're doing a skill shot in League or you're looking for a headshot in Counter-Strike, you just get a sense of confidence with that mouse pad. And like I said, I love it. Moving on, I'm not sure if anyone has noticed or if they saw, but we actually have a new banner and a new profile picture for our Facebook page and YouTube channel. And I'd like to give thanks to a good buddy of mine. He was a clan member in our Counter-Strike clan, and his name is Lishoff, or his gamer tag is Lishoff, and he does a lot of I'm not sure how you put it, but
He's a beast.
no, yeah, graphic design. Appreciate it. He's a graphic designer. I don't know why I can think of that, but yeah, if you guys ever have a chance, look him up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to put a name or a link up here somewhere to, or there, wherever.
Here, there.
So hopefully you guys can check him out if you guys ever need any kind of imagery or you need anything Photoshop. Hopefully he's taking commissions. I know he's real busy. But yeah, if you ever have a chance, give him a shout, send him a message, and let's see. Hopefully you guys can work something out. What up, Doge? Anything to add?
It'd be nice if I could take some lesson from him.
I know, right? Next, I would like to actually thank a lot of the staff over at Sam Ash. The staff at Sam Ash, when we were initially starting this podcast, we had no idea of what mics we wanted or any equipment, software, and they sat us down and gave us a good hour rundown, like a crash course of everything. And initially, we started off with a Rode shotgun mic, and we instantly found out that's not what we wanted. So like I said, they educated us on these mics, these condenser mics. They're great. We've used these for the 2 podcasts, episodes 2 and this one. I don't know if we had those for the first one because I think we were using the Rode mic at the time, but I'm not really 100% sure. We need to check that. Yeah. But so we bought 4 mics from them, 2 audio boxes, 4 stands, a lot of our cables. We bought our software, Mixcraft Pro, and they just really sat us down and really showed us what routes we could have taken. And I'm just blown away by how much time they gave us individually and just recommended things. And to be honest, we went back and forth with them quite a bit with buying something, testing it out. We found out we didn't want to go that route, so they accepted the return policy, and we just switched it out for something else. And gotta say, I love all of our equipment that we have as far as sound audio equipment.
Yeah, they were good though. But the other one, the first one you bought, it was good too though. It catches a lot of sound.
It just wasn't what we needed per se. And like I said, if you guys ever have any questions in the Charlotte area or just in general, Sam Ash is a massive company. I'm pretty sure they are everywhere. Mm-hmm. So if you guys have any questions, I'll just highly recommend stopping in to Sam Ash and just asking them a few questions or just see what they have to offer. You have anything to add to that?
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, I would like to thank Big's Camera for helping us with all of our video needs. I personally bought my Canon 7D Mark II from them, bought my vertical grip from them, additional batteries. Other than that, I have 2 other Canon T3Is that we're using. One sitting over here as the backup. We have one over here. Once again, very knowledgeable staff. Everything we've ever needed as far as lights. We have 2 ProMaster lights from them. We did have another light, but we got that somewhere else. And we should have probably went to Big's first to get
the first time.
Their pricing is very competitive. We were looking at everything we bought from Amazon and from them, and the fact that their prices beat Amazon's was amazing. Even a Canon 5D Mark III is cheaper in that store than I could buy on Amazon right now. And because they have it in stock, I'm not worried about 2-day shipping. It's just instant. Hey, I got
instant package.
Yep. So once again, if you're in the Charlotte area, if you have ever any need for a camera equipment, gear, something ever happened, or you just have questions on starting up, I would highly recommend stopping in and just asking the staff just a few questions, just to see what they have to say or see what they have to offer. I have a photo shoot tomorrow. Well, over there, bought some stands and a backdrop. Gotta say, love the staff, very knowledgeable, very good in the return policy as well. We bought multiple camera bags, equipment. Can't say enough good things about them.
Yeah, and also they do rent out their equipment too, some of them.
I'm not sure if you guys remember the Ichiban shoot, I actually rented a Canon 24 to 70 2.8 lens, and I gotta say, best images I've ever caught. And it was a very good deal. I think it was only $40 a day for that lens, and
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah. After I saw your picture posted, I was like, man, this picture is sharp. The color, everything pops, and that's what I like about it too.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I would say as a little tip, I rented on a Saturday. They're closed on Sundays. So for $40, I got it for both Saturday and Sunday because they weren't open for me to return. So it's a little bit of a loophole. If you rent it on Saturday, you can rent it for 1 day and get two days out of it. Or if you rent it on Friday for an event, you're paying for Friday and Saturday and still getting a free Sunday out of it.
Mhm.
So just a little tip: if you ever do get it on the weekends, you can get 1 free day opposed to renting on a weekday. So I hope this doesn't get me in trouble with that, but hey, that's what I found out. And like I said, I love the service there.
Yeah, same here. Even though I haven't, well, actually, I did buy a few things there, but the service and everything, or even if I have, I don't know what's the product I need to be or whatever, or use, I asked them, oh man, they give it to me right off the back, and they're like, they give me either website, they compare the product and everything, and it helps out.
Oh yeah, definitely. We were there today, and they flat out said, if you're not really sure on which direction you want to go with, go ahead and do a lot of your own research, look on Amazon for different pricing and different companies, and just compare it with theirs. And I like the fact that they carry a lot of ProMaster stuff because I've used them on all of my cameras, ProMaster grips, batteries, lens filters. Got to say, they've been working great for me, especially for the price too. I mean, a original Canon vert grip is $200, and a ProMaster from them is only $119, almost half the price. And gotta say,
What, for your 7D?
for both my both T3Is and my 7D were about the same price, maybe like in the 120 range, and never failed on me, not having an issue. So yeah, like I said, I can't say good enough good things about them. In fact, you recently bought a bag from them and returned it. Any hassle?
No hassle at all, even though I use it for a day or two, but I mean, I guess I'm not the type that can use a shoulder bag with all the equipment on me because my back started hurting. But hey, the bag was a really good bag though. It holds everything what I needed. It looks good.
Yep. All right. Well, I think we talked enough about just different businesses here. I know some people are thinking you guys must be getting paid for plugging something this long and this in depth. Once again, we're not being paid for any of this. We just truly do like their service. We wouldn't have the show if it wasn't for these guys just sitting down with us and just going over everything and all of our options. So I said I just got to thank them for all their hard work.
Thank you.
Well, that was one hell of a plug, but yeah. So we're gonna start on our new segment now, and we're gonna try to dabble with just on a few subjects for now, and just kind of see where we go with these. But starting off, one of the animes that I personally watched and really did enjoy was Your Lie in April. It was a very sad anime, but it had a great story to it, and I was blown away by it. I didn't expect the ending. I didn't expect how anime was going to turn out. I really highly recommend this anime, but what I was trying to get to with this one was that they're actually going to start a live action film in Japan for this. I'm not sure if it's going to be a movie or is this going to be a little series, but the date that they have for it is September 10th 2016, so later on this year.
Still got a little while.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of fans out there that's really going to enjoy this. I'm personally really going to enjoy this one. Like I said, I really enjoyed the anime, and if they're doing a live action, I'm not really big into the live action, honestly. I was never into the K-dramas and, the I guess J-dramas, however you want to call it, for the Japanese live actions. But I would say because of this one, I enjoyed so much, I will give this live action a try. There was only one other live action I wanted to try. I never actually was able to find it. But I think the anime was called Usagi Drop. And what that one was about was this girl's father passed away. And so the person who took care of her was, I guess, technically her sister. I don't know, but her brother. But the catcher is, it was his dad. It's really weird because it was his dad, and he had a daughter, and obviously that just says it by itself. This guy's like 30 years old, something like that, and he had another child that was like 5 years old, with a mistress. And so naturally you would think that was going to be the grandfather, but that was actually the father. And so now the older brother's taking care of
The older one?
I'm seriously thinking I got my story mixed up a little bit. It was his grandfather who had the child, so it was technically his aunt he was taking care of, and so that 30-year dude would have been her nephew.
Damn.
Yeah, that's why the story goes so crazy, because he goes out of his way to find the mother and try to figure out what's going on with the situation. He's taking care of this little girl that he's never seen before, never heard of, and it took everyone by storm. But going back to Your Lie in April, very, very good story. Can't wait for it.
What's it involved with, that anime?
So this one, he used to be a really good pianist. His mother was really strict on him, always made him practice, always making him go into his tournaments, and everyone was just blown away by this kid. This kid was 5 years old or just really young. I can't remember his actual age, but he was winning every single tournament, proving himself to be the best in his age group, and everyone was intimidated by him. But then something happens. I don't want to give away too much of the story. Something happens, and pretty much he stops playing music. And for 10 odd years or something, this new girl shows up, and she just instantly runs into him, and just it becomes this romance that he's not familiar with. He's very confused by the entire situation. I mean, how all animes are.
Yeah.
You know, the guy is never, he's never for the girl almost. He's just always kind of doing his own thing. And so it's kind of back and forth when he does start catching feelings, and she, it's a really good anime. I don't want to give too much away, especially for those who've never seen it. So I'm just going to keep it at that for the most part. Exactly. You've never seen it. Tyler himself said he's never seen it. So I'm not trying to give too much away, but I would really encourage everyone to at least check it out, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. Next off, this is one that you're very familiar with. If you want to continue on with this one,
Well, how you pronounce the name?
Asterisk War.
Why I keep on saying Aristic War?
Asterisk. Asterisk.
Asterisk War.
Yeah.
Oh. Wonder why I keep spelling it with a R. A-R.
Beyond me.
Yeah.
But anyways, you want to go into this one a little bit?
Well, if I explain it, it might ruin spoilers, but how long has this been out? Since what?
I think this came out not last season, but the season lineup prior. So probably summer of 2015.
Yeah.
I want to say this possibly came out. And pretty much what we're going over is season 2 preview has just been dropped. You can check out the preview over in Crunchyroll. I don't believe you need you don't need an account with them to go over their news segment and just to watch this preview. I personally have yet to watch it because I don't want to ruin it for myself. I really want to go into this one completely blind and just kind of be just blindsided by it. I want to be amazed by it. So I'm trying to hold myself personally from watching the trailer. What about you?
Oh. I haven't watched the trailer yet, though, but I'm waiting for a second season, though. Definitely.
What was your overall opinion on the first season?
First season, I liked it, but it kind of dragged at some point. But overall, the story was it's getting there, but it's just the fact that because the way I watch anime, I wait till the second season comes out or when it's complete.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I can't wait anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch it.
So for you, when you said season 1 dragged on a little bit, what do you mean it dragged? Like, kind of go over that a little bit.
Because some of the story is just, I don't know, it seemed like it could go forward. Like, I mean, they go to school and all too and stuff, but it's just the fact that some characters not revealed yet. But I guess they did like that just because they probably gonna be in second season. It's just the fact that they're hiding, and I want to see who they are, and they won't reveal themselves, and it's just dragging. You gonna come out or what? You gonna come out?
So if you had to pick one highlight or one key point in this first season, what would you say?
Like a good view.
Like what your best moment for the show? Either it was a fight or it was a type of scene.
It was actually a fight, which dang, if I can remember his name again.
You can just say main character.
Yeah, I guess he's the main character, and like I guess when the part when I don't remember the girl's name either, and I just watched it recently.
Go figure. But you know one really weird thing. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but there was pretty much another show exactly like it on the same season.
Yeah,
and yeah, and that one in particular was called. I can't really say this in Japanese. There's definitely an English translation. Where to go? I just saw it. I really wish. Oh, there it is. The Calvary of a Failed Knight.
Yeah, I watched only the first episode, and it was actually pretty similar, but a different side story for each character is different.
Yeah, definitely. It's another harem. It's another OP male character that's just, ran over by all these other girls. Doesn't really. He portrays himself as being weak, but he's definitely just really OP. And they have very similar storylines. Both of them are on the bottom of the list, the worst ranked fighter in the school, and they're trying to prove to everyone else that they're a great fighter. And so he's constantly battling all these, going from rank C to rank B to rank A, and just climbing the ranks. And both of them are just taking everyone out pretty much with ease.
Why not numbers?
Well, that doesn't sound right. Rank 1, rank 2, because then it's not so much of a class, but he's just taking out.
Well, that's what they go by for Asterisk Wars.
Sort of, but Asterisk Wars did have multiple schools, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
that they
multiple schools. One school, they have their own ranking system, and the other one has their own ranking system, too.
Kind of, yeah, you're partially right there.
Yeah, so I lied. I actually have seen both of these that you guys are talking about.
Nice.
No, you haven't.
So what was your opinion on both of these?
Definitely with the similarities. Asterisk War, I didn't actually get into Asterisk War as much as I got into the other one.
Cavalry?
Yeah, but I watched Cavalry first. That might actually be why. Maybe because they were so similar that when I watched the first one, I was like, oh, this is so great. And then when I watched Asterisk War, I was like, oh, this is just like the other one. You know what I mean? So I think that's what my mentality was. So I really enjoyed the Cavalry one. I loved, like you were talking about, the main character. He came on, for lack of better terms, as a wimp. And I was just like, oh, this is cool. And then you see him in his first fight when he fights the red-haired chick, which also in both of them, I think it's like a lead red-haired chick.
Same ability.
Well, one has a little more pinkish, and the other one's a little more reddish. Yeah. But still, I mean,
but both of them, they're both still princess.
Yeah,
and they both have the ability of flames, flamethrower or something.
And I believe both of them met each other in a very pervy way, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, in Asterisk War, he met her because her handkerchief fell out the window. Yeah. He brought it back up to her, and she was changing
naked. Well,
and then
almost,
not naked, but
And then in Cavalry, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say
he was already in the room.
On her. He walked in on her, and she was naked. She was changing. He was just getting encountered to the school and stuff, and he walked in, and then bam, naked.
Yeah, and she thought that he was a perv for just running into the room without realizing that he is the roommate. So yeah, it's just the similarities to these two shows are just a little bit too much for me to not sit here and think that they already planned this out for some odd reason. I don't know if it was a battle between two studios or maybe a battle between two story writers to put two of the same things out there and just to gauge the reactions of the two fan base. But there has to be some type of backstory behind why they did this, and I'm kind of curious. Obviously, as Tyler just mentioned, he does prefer Calvary a little more than Asterisk Wars. You have only seen one of the two, except for one episode of Calvary.
But even though they're both similar, though, I actually like those type of anime like that. I don't know why.
And then I would add to Kevin, the fourth guy that we usually have. He actually watched Cavalry first as well. And he also liked it more than Asterisk War. Because I remember I texted him saying the same thing.
Yeah, he said
I was like, hey,
the same thing.
Asterisk War, isn't this just like Cavalry? He goes, yeah, but it's just not as good to me. So, again, maybe it's one of those whatever you saw first kind of thing.
Well, let's see if your theory is right or not. When both of the season comes out, let's see, once I finish one of them, mainly I guess I'm going to finish the Asterisk War first. And after that, I'm going to go watch what's that one called again?
Cavalry.
Yeah, then I watch that one, and then I'll
Night.
see if which one that I would like better. But overall, in general, I'm pretty sure I would like both of them in the end.
Yeah. In the end of it, they are both very, very well made. I like them.
Yeah, but so far now, I'm about to say it again. Asterisk War, the main character, the guy. Oh man, at first you think like he's a wimp with her, but then like even the first episode, you see him going battling against the princess, and it's like, wow, his agility and his speed is good. But the next show is like, okay, I want to see more. But I guess later on in the show, start watching more, the part where I don't know if I should ruin it. I'll say I guess he came and saved the day. His move, I can't even see his move in general, but I guess that's how good he is and all. So I was like, dang, this dude's a beast. So I wonder if the other anime is gonna be similar, but I guess when I watched the first episode, the guy seemed pretty interesting. No homo, no, but he seemed like he could get even stronger.
I'm very curious if Calvary is going to get a second season or not. Obviously, Asterisk has already released a season 2 preview. I'm really hoping that Calvary does have a second season. Some people say the way it ended, it should stay where it is.
Did it? Did it?
I haven't heard of a season 2 for it yet, but obviously they can always go a different direction with stories. Just because something happens doesn't mean that has to be the end of it unless they graduate, which they didn't yet.
That's another reason why I didn't watch it yet, because now that I hear your story, right, and I hear another person's story talking about like the end of that anime. What's it called again?
Calvary.
So it's like someone told me that it just stopped. Like,
no, it didn't just stop.
It didn't just cut off. It did have
it had an ending.
Yeah.
Oh.
They definitely did wrap it up.
No, so basically I could have watched it then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and if you actually look at ratings and stuff, I use Kiss Anime, and Cavalry was actually 5 ranks ahead of Asterisk Wars. So that's, I don't know. Now, this is a different website. I know you guys use like Crunchyroll and stuff, but as far as Kiss Anime goes, it was something like, Cavalry was second and Asterisk Wars was 6, in a sense of like that. So.
Yeah, like I said, there hasn't been any green lights or any official statements for a Cavalry season 2. There's a lot of speculations that there could be. I'm just kind of waiting for it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe as the day gets closer for Asterisk Wars, they may drop it then. Like I said, they may either studios or story writers can just go back and forth between each other.
Yeah, probably. It's just that first season of Asterisk War, the ending, it just basically stopped.
All right. Well, I guess moving on, because here I would like to talk more about things than just anime.
No.
So moving along to on the photography standpoint, since obviously we are photographers, we take a lot of pictures. I've only made one cosplay video over a year ago, which I need to at least attempt a second one.
Yeah.
But going over to the photography side of this, in America, there have been a lot of laws and a lot of controversial topics over drones. And one of the laws states that you are not allowed to fly your drone over 500 feet. I believe that is a U.S. and EU regulations. You can find more about this on Petapixel. But apparently someone in the Netherlands has actually flown their DJI Phantom 2 2.11 miles above ground. And that's pretty high.
I wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how they were even able to see it unless they had a spotter with either binoculars or possibly a telescope or something to try to keep track of it and where it was. Petapixel has stated that by the time that they actually reached maximum altitude, which they have a video of this, which is 4 minutes long, that their battery has percentage dropped down to 27%, and by the time they got the drone back down to ground level, battery was right at 4%. So,
wow,
I don't know if that means that with this particular drone they could have gotten higher, or was that the max altitude that drone could have gotten up to? Because they got it back down right at 4%. Realistically, if they try climbing any higher, they will have pretty much
they would have lost their drone.
They will have exhausted their battery to that point. However, if you do have a DJI Phantom 2, I'm assuming that
they have a safety mode or something.
That's not really safety mode. You can actually buy drone insurance as long as it doesn't get lost or stolen. As long as you can bring back the drone to the manufacturer, they will offer some type of either repair or replacement. I believe they give you up to $1,400 in credit, so that if you bring it back and you only have the propellers left, maybe just the motor or something of that drone, they will just put that money, that credit, towards either fixing or replacing your drone, as long as you can prove that this drone was the one that you actually bought and insured. So I don't know what the stipulation is if you need enough of the body to state the serial number on there. I really don't know what the stipulation is, but I'm really hoping that this person did have their insurance purchase. It was like a care package. I believe it was $300 or something like that, which for a $1,400 drone, I'd rather spend an extra $300 in case something happens. If I fly it and let's say an eagle snatches it up or it falls into a river, I'd rather have some type of backup plan for it.
So what happened if an airplane flies by and just chopped it all up?
Hey, as long as you take enough of it to bring back to saying this is my drone, this is what happened. Like I said, if you have the insurance coverage, you should be covered.
Yeah, because 2.11 mile.
Dude, I can't even imagine.
That's roughly, I'm guessing, like what, 11,000 feet?
Something like that. I believe the actual number they gave out was like 11,155.
Yeah.
So you're pretty close on.
But that's close to the height of where airplanes be flying over, right?
I have no idea. I'm not.
Yeah, because I'm sitting down on an airplane, whatever, and they're talking about, all right, we're at you know how I say 15,000 off from the ground, whatever, and like, okay, we can be able to like take our seatbelt off and be able to go, because it's more, I guess it's more level at that point.
Yep.
So, but even so, when they're landing, coming down or whatever, they ain't gonna really see that small little drone coming by.
It's gonna be like a little bug on the windshield.
Like, you hear something? No, I didn't hear none.
I couldn't imagine. That, for one, it's a lot of money. I would never do it.
Yeah.
And here in the United States, there's so many different, like I said, laws that are protecting everyone with it. I believe as soon as you buy one, they say it's not illegal to have one and not register, but I believe it's illegal to fly an unregistered drone. And so first things, before you even get to fly it, you have to, depending on the sizing of it, you'll have to register it with the FFA, or is it FAA?
I don't know, but
whatever that federal.
So you buy it, you get out store, you can't even go ahead and test it out or nothing.
No, and it's very similar to a car. I mean, as soon as you buy a car, that doesn't mean you can drive. You're supposed to legally have the car registered. If you're buying it through a dealership, they usually take that out for you. If you buy a car secondhand, You're technically not allowed to really drive the car home until you have proper insurance and probably registered, etc.
Oh.
So I mean, it's kind of like the same principle basis with it,
Yeah.
whether people obey that or not.
Yeah. But
so
I guess the law that they did for the drone to not to fly, how high did you say it was?
500 feet.
500 feet. Probably they only probably say that, but I mean that's still pretty low in a way because airplanes up at least 10,000 or more.
But my biggest thing with, I wonder how strict they are with the 500 feet. I can't
You gotta
gauge
know
500
too,
feet.
500 feet isn't even a tenth of a mile. Just put that into perspective.
But even at that,
Uh,
are you gonna carry a 500-foot pole everywhere you go? Just, oh, this is about as high as I can go, give or take. I mean, how do you gauge 500 feet?
Yeah, but I guess
I wouldn't be able to.
I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. I
100
mean, don't
feet
those
stacked
things
up
like,
is gonna be as high as I can fly.
Yeah.
That's something I would never be able to even just imagine.
All right. So I guess
don't those
they-
relay back how high they are though? I thought drones
Well,
relay where they are.
I think
location-wise.
depending on
GPS. Oh, they have GPS, so it show how far you are from the remote.
Well, once again, it depends on the make and model. I'm pretty sure the more
Yeah.
high-end ones, sure.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of do-it-yourselves, a lot of homemade drones as well,
Yeah.
or a lot of cheaper ones that you just really can't gauge because it's like I said, some of these are smaller and bigger, some are more commercialized, some are more just toys you can play with. Yeah, that's just I guess a touchy.
If not, then you just go downtown, go one of the tallest building. Hey, can I borrow your building real quick? Where's 500 feet at? And then fly. Someone be up top. Someone just fly all the way up there.
I believe, actually, now that you bring that up, there was a recent story, maybe last month, of someone crashing into the 42nd floor window. And I don't know where, but I do remember that was in another photography news segment, and I believe they arrested the drone operator for endangerment of something.
Employee.
I can't remember.
And
But thinking about it, that something that big, drones are pretty sizable.
yeah,
If that is on the 42nd floor, if that were to fall, because he crashed, if that were to fall tumbling as fast as it can go and just smack someone in the face, could you imagine how much that could hurt?
yeah, same thing like throwing a penny off of a building, tall skyscraper.
I still wonder about that myth.
Yeah,
Uh,
I wouldn't try.
It's been
I wouldn't
denied.
try.
It's been
Huh?
denied?
Yeah, Mythbusters did it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so
I
it's
really
no way?
couldn't imagine that really doing much because,
It's pretty light.
it's pretty light. There's not much mass behind it, so I'm pretty sure once it hits terminal velocity, it's just going to not do much.
Yeah. I mean, how about a bullet then?
Uh,
I mean,
what do you mean by that?
like, look how light it is too, though. I mean, well, I'm pretty sure it does when you shoot up. I'm pretty sure it does go a lot higher than the tower, right?
It depends on the bullet itself. A much bigger, heavier bullet that doesn't have like gunpowder behind it, something like a 45, won't have the range. But then you have something like a 5.56, which is much smaller and much lighter, and then there's a lot more gunpowder behind it. It's really hard to gauge that
Yeah,
for the most
that's
part.
I wonder too, but I'm going off topic here.
Sort of. Just to add one more thing to that, if you ever gone duck hunting before, you get peppered a lot, and what that means is pretty much if there's another hunter down on the other side of the lake and he's shooting up in the air trying to get a few ducks, those beads come back down, and when they come back down, they're not really shot that fast. You just gotta duck your head down a little bit. You can get peppered and rained on by a bunch of little BBs. So with that being said, it's just really hard to gauge that kind of thing. Well, moving on. My last topic or my last news piece, unless you have anything yourself, Microsoft has just started talking about Gears of War 4. And personally, I love the Gears of War franchise. That was the first game I got when the Xbox 360 first released. I actually bought mine with it from a buddy of mine. This game is going to star, or the game story is going to follow Marcus, his son, DJ, and two others. They haven't released any names about who the other two are, but they have said Marcus' son, DJ, and two others. And something else that they've mentioned that I'm not a big fan of, I'm used to a 4-player co-op Gears of War. That's what Gears of War 3 was. It had me and 3 others, would just gang up. I think multiplayer was 5 of us altogether. Co-op was 4, if I remember correctly. But Gears of War 4 co-op is only limited to 2 players locally and online, not the 4 that we were used to of Gears of War 3. And I think that's a real bummer. Games like this, whether it's locally or online, to have one other person only is a real big letdown. And I feel the same about Halo. When the latest Halo came out, it was just 1 person per console. Yeah.
One? Like to play the story games. Or just live wise?
Per console, 1, both.
Wow.
There's no split screening whatsoever in Halo 5.
Wow. That's
it's a real letdown. I mean,
it is.
Their excuse that no one does that anymore. That was Microsoft's or Bungie's, whoever it is. That was their official excuse. No one plays split screen co-op.
Well, what about Gears of War 4? They just said
locally
and online 2 people. That's still split screen. So
my point exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't play Halo that much at all. But I mean, what was the first one we got? Was it Halo 1 or
it was
just
Halo 1.
Yeah. I remember last time we played all night, even though I'll keep on dying and crap. But hey.
The one you and me played more of back then was Halo 2.
Oh, was it Halo 2?
And I remember that more specifically because I used to wreck you guys. It was 3v1. I used to just murk all you guys. So that's the only reason why I remember it was 2, because of the dual weapons that you're able to wield at the time.
Yeah, but even doing the story, I'm keep dying. You got to keep on catching me.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, we stay up all night playing it, but I still have fun though. Keep on losing. But hey,
it's a game. You're meant to have fun. Yeah. It's a lot of people get stressed out over games. A lot of people, they just lose their shit over it. And I'm like, at the end of the day, it's just a game.
Yeah, just don't throw the remote at the TV now.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people who just lose their shit way too fast and way too much.
Yeah, I mean, I do too a little bit, but I don't try to throw my remote to the TV or anything.
Yeah, that's all I got. You have anything to add to any of this, or do you have any other stories you want to go over specifically?
Gears of War. I never played that game. Is it just only for Xbox only?
I believe this is a Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, it has always been Xbox. I'm pretty sure they're gonna stick with that. Not even PC or anything.
I never heard this game. People probably looking at me like, "You never heard this game before?" Like, no.
I'm pretty sure if you saw it, you know exactly what it is.
Big beefy guys, chainsaw, chainsaw machine guns.
Yeah. And so moving on from a new segment, I do want to say that the next convention that we plan on being at will be Animazement. That's in Raleigh, between May 27th to May 29th. There's a lot of people I'm really excited to meet up with, a lot of friends, a lot of people I've met online, people I've met there and other conventions that we just, like I said, we're trying to grow our community and our little, friend base. First off, someone just took a picture of us. And there's, what up, dude? Want to join us? Why are you walking away?
What? Why are you running?
Why are you running, dude? Anyways, I just want to, just can't wait to see everyone. I'm actually on a group chat in the Amino cosplay app with several others. Megan, who is our resident cosplayer, who recently just posted up her own do-it-yourself DIY on Antlers. Just can't wait to run into her while we're there, and everyone else that I've met through her, either online, and all her friends, and then Linda Boo as well. Awesome cosplayer. Last time at Animazement, she was a Ari cosplayer. Just like I said, I just can't wait to meet everyone up again. It's just gonna be so much fun in general. You actually had a really interesting time there.
You did too.
Yeah, we're just gonna exclude the drunk nights. That's
Yeah.
I'm just saying the convention overall.
Oh yeah, it was fun though.
I believe that was your first larger convention, because prior to that, all the other conventions that you've been to was Ichiban or
Yeah.
Hoshicon. A lot of the smaller, like 1,500 to maybe 2,500 people conventions. So, and this was your first one that was much bigger. And I believe your first convention that was in a convention center. So,
Yeah.
like I said, this was a big one for us. The first time we went in 2014, I believe.
Think so, yeah.
Because last year we didn't go, so year prior 14.
Mhm.
So I believe 14 was the first year we went to Animation, and like I said, it was a lot of firsts for us. First being in a convention center for a convention, first seeing a dealer's room that big.
Mhm.
I believe it was also the first convention we went to where the dealer's room and Arch Gallery were two separate massive rooms. So like I said, just we really hate the fact that we missed last year's Animazement, and we're gonna make it for it this year. We're gonna be there. I already have a room booked with
Nice.
another couple. I know you and everyone else need to get your rooms booked soon. I believe rooms are almost completely sold out. Hopefully, you can catch one room that's a cancellation. I still haven't bought my badge yet, so that's probably the next thing I need to do.
Mhm. And first one is basically I gotta book a hotel first.
Yep. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I posted up a Facebook status last month or 2 months ago about as soon as we hit 100 likes, that we were gonna give away something to a random I guess fan of ours. I haven't forgotten about that. We're still kind of up in the air of what we want to give out. We're going to hopefully do a video very soon on a random draw of everyone who has liked our page, excluding anyone who is a part of Convention Shenanigans. So obviously you, me, Megan,
Mhm.
Tyler, Kevin, the 5 or 6 of us can't win the prize. So everyone else who's a part of it, we'll draw a random name. We will either give you the option of a brand new camera, or possibly we will pay for your next convention badge, a weekend badge. So if it is an Amazement, hopefully that will be your next one. If you already haven't, we would like to purchase that badge for you, or we can go over other prize ideas. And as soon as we announce the winner, hopefully we would have a official prize ready for them. And we're gonna have to have a few additional prizes, because if they had already bought their ticket to Animation, and that's the only convention plan going to for the rest of the year, obviously we gotta have some type of backup plan.
Mhm.
What do you think? Between those two ideas, or do you have any ideas that we could give out to our loyal fans?
No, but so far I only like 2 so far, which is the free badge for the convention, either one of the convention y'all going to, or a camera.
Yep, and I believe the camera's going to be within the $80 to $100 price range. There's plenty of Nikons out there that take great pictures, and I'm pretty sure that if you go for the camera, you're going to really love that. You're going to have an awesome ability to take pictures yourself of all the different events you go to, possibly make some little videos yourself. So if you do go that route, I really hope you enjoy it. These cameras are great. You'll get a brand new one in the box sent to you, or you can come pick it up depending on how far you are from us.
You can even do a good old Steam card.
Which one?
You can do like a Steam card too. If they're gamers and stuff, link cards,
Yeah,
Steam cards,
good
anything
idea.
like
Yeah,
that.
it's a great idea. Yeah, so if you are a gamer yourself and there's a game on Steam you would like, it can't be a multi-pack of every game that this creator has ever made. It would have to be a game that we would actually purchase for you, up to about $100, give or take. Most Steam games are brand new $60, $59.99. Some
Yeah,
are
I'd say if
$69.
you're doing PC,
$59.99.
you could always offer like the maybe game plus season pass,
Yeah,
something like that. That'd
so-
be always pretty nice.
So whoever this winner is that we announced, you can have, like I said, up
Get
to
some
about
options.
$100 of a prize. And if none of these prizes actually seem appealing to you, like I said, just give us a little shout, a little private message or something, and we'll work something out. We'll definitely thank you for your
Support.
for your support. Thank you. I'm drawing up so many blanks tonight. It's terrible. It's late. I'm tired. I've been up since 4:30. It's 10:30.
Yeah, it's only 10:30.
I've been up since 4:30. I don't want to hear crap from you.
I've been up 5. 30-minute different. Not much difference.
Bullshit. Well, do you have anything else to add?
Nah, I'm good right now.
So I guess lastly, I actually almost forgot about this. I almost called quits on it because, like I said, I'm pretty tired. Lastly, we went to MagFest 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about. I should have brought that up.
It was the three of us plus Kevin, the other host that is usually here, and we had a Steve Aoki double or duplicate, and it was hilarious. I posted a picture on my personal Facebook page of a picture of him with a Steve Aoki little picture right next to him. I was kind of curious if anyone was going to bite that or not. And I think we did hear a few people they call him Steve. Like, Steve! And we just kept walking.
One of them was me.
I mean, a lot of those were us at first, just to gauge people's reaction. Oh my God, Steve Aoki's here at MagFest. And yeah, I had a ball there. I had so much fun that I honestly, after the first hour, put my camera down and was just going to have fun.
Yeah.
I kind of hate the fact that we left there with maybe 20 pictures each or something like that. It wasn't very much.
So far, I looked on my computer. I probably only got 3.
Well, 3 usable pictures, but as far as how many you actually took.
Oh, took an overall about 10, 15.
Yeah, like I said, very small numbers. I guess most people that have practiced photography a good bit would know that your average hit rate is probably 1 out of every 10 pictures is going to be an amazing picture you want to brag about. Mm-hmm. And so, like I said, you got 3 out of those 15-ish. So yeah, that's a pretty good ratio. If you're getting 3 solid good pictures with only 15 shots, that's a really good ratio. And yeah, man, the size of our arcade room, it was an entire concert hall by itself, and then the concert hall next to it was a mixture between indie games and the vendor room, which I bought so much stuff there, a lot of things I've never seen before, a lot of little toys and little
especially the games too, anime games and all, Gundams and all that. I like, whoa.
Yeah, so many region-free games. Granted that the pricing there was a little bit higher than usual, but at the same time, is that price is kind of built into the experience of being there and buying it there. Opposed to, I can buy this online, but there's not much of a feel to it. It's like, I can buy this on Amazon, I can buy this and get it shipped over from eBay or something, but at the end of the day, it's just an online purchase. Buying a game that you can't really get here through a convention or a festival like MagFest or any of these conventions we go to just has another whole different meaning, a whole different feeling to it.
That's the same thing with my anime figures.
Oh yeah, like I said, we can also order those online, but being there, holding it, kind of haggling the price a little bit. Usually they don't give too much, but just the experience of being there and buying it there, and just it just feels so much better buying it there.
Yeah, I actually feel more excited than getting it. I'm like, yeah, I got it. Let's go. Let's see what else they got.
It's the atmosphere hype.
Oh, yeah.
That's what does it.
I believe MagFest was your first convention, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been to, as far as like anime and games, I've been to superhero conventions and done that stuff.
Gotcha.
But as far as like anime, video games, that was my first one.
What was your overall take, or how would you compare it to any other conventions you've been to?
I think the LAN room was the best part that they had.
That was amazing.
I think
being able to interact with fellow gamers who just love to sit around, love to talk, love to laugh, love to play video games, that was definitely the best part. Because even walking around and asking them, oh, hey, what's your build? Oh, hey, what's your build? Oh, what do you like about your build? What game are you playing? Stuff like that. Really, you felt like you were becoming like one with people who literally lived. I met some guy who was from Chicago. I met a guy from Pennsylvania, a couple people from Atlanta. It was just cool seeing all these different people from around the world, around the States.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of those guys and gamers probably came from other countries. Just like a really well-known cosplayer, Enginite, who I believe lives in Hungary. She's Hungarian. Came down to Anime Matsuri. So I wouldn't put it past that MagFest could have had some international gamers and just fans that came down and just to have fun and hang out.
Definitely with the indie game room, there had to be something.
Oh yeah, there had to be
international.
something.
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of fantastic games in the indie side. I can't remember some of the names off my head, but I think one of the ones I can remember was Blast Balloons, I believe it was called. It was a 4-player kind of battle arena ordeal.
Oh, you're
This
talking
was
about
when you were spinning around.
the Bubble Blade, I think that was
Bumble
it
Blade?
called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really fun game.
Yeah, it was. It's not out yet though, but it's going to be released soon, whatever, this year.
I think we were playing it on Xbox One, if I remember correctly. No, it was a PS4.
Yeah, I saw a PS4 controller.
Yeah, I think we were using PS4 controllers. So hopefully this game is going to be out on the PS Store. What was that called?
Yeah, PS Store.
PlayStation Store.
PlayStation or PS Store? Okay.
Yeah.
I personally don't have a PlayStation, so
When are you gonna get it?
I originally bought my Xbox for Halo, and now I'm anticipating Gears of War 4. So I chose my game console based on the games that were coming out. Not only that, but I'm more of a PC gamer, so
Yeah.
it's more or less just a
Xbox,
paperweight.
Basically, kind of like a PC game, kind of, but
No,
Kind
not really.
of. No?
I'm just gonna say that my console is pretty much a paperweight. My brothers play more than I do. My younger brother Kevin plays Forza, and my older brother plays Ark Survival, I think it's called.
Well, you know they're stopping Xbox. They're not going to make any more. They're only going to upgrade the Xbox One. They're treating it like a PC now.
Yeah, I've heard about that, and that
Yeah,
by itself is gonna. Kind of can't wait to see what actually happens with that.
wow.
Yeah, that's a good reason to kind of keep it. Just throwing it out there. You know, they recently started talking about that, how they want to upgrade the Xbox One. They don't want to make Xbox 2s, 3s, as far as now goes. But yes, they are talking about treating it like a PC and upgrading it like in that kind of sense.
Nice. Yeah, so I can't wait to see what actually hardwares they push out for these consoles. But going back to MagFest, yeah, that LAN room was just so much fun.
Oh, especially checking out the other players or other people's console,
Yeah,
their computer build. I'm saying, oh, this is so nice.
That one kid's Corsair case.
Yeah, the Corsair 760T. Oh man, that case is nice. I want one.
Yeah, I saw so many similar builds to mine, but just done very slightly different. Got to interact with some of the other builders and see how they got around certain problems. As far as like one of the main issues, I have 3 gaming rigs. One of them was a budget build, so I bought a much cheaper case. And you and I had this hard problem trying to put a full-size H100i GTX water cooler into it because there was just no room for it. We had to drill holes on the top and really kind of do our own thing.
Push, move here and there, just that it clears the
Yeah,
other fan.
I believe you have the same cooler in yours, and the problem you're having is your fan blades or your hoses keep running into fan blades, and just going and seeing how other people got away with other problems, see what they did, see what components they had to move around in the case just to make it fit. It was a lot of things that it was just it opened my eyes to a lot of different ways of building computers.
Yeah, it's basically I should have got a full tower.
Not even that.
Nah. Full
but-
tower make all my other component in there look puny.
If you had any complaint about that, what would your complaint be?
What, like the going from a mid tower to a full tower?
No, just your experience in the LAN room.
Oh, LAN room?
It doesn't have to be a problem with the convention itself or the LAN room, but what was just like one annoyance to you in there?
Kid tripping over the little thing for hiding all the cables.
Oh yeah, that little speed bump on the floor. Yeah, I kept bumping into that as well. I mean, there's no way around it.
Nah,
That's there for a reason.
that's a given.
I would say my personal complaint, and this is just a once again personal rant, was that I saw a lot of amazing computers there. I saw a lot of money into these rigs. I didn't see a lot of wired management.
Cable management.
Cable wire. It's however you want to call it. I just did not see a lot of that. I saw these amazing cases, a little room for airflow.
Room for cable management too.
No, I'm saying it was big cases, a lot of room to push air through. but you had so much cables and just so many different things running everywhere to the point that I was like,
so
that case is probably starving for air. And then I would see some cases that was literally starving for air, so he took the side plate off. And I was thinking, you could probably get away with not having to open your case and have potential drinks fall in there, food, debris, simply for just having better wire management. You have these bigger cases where the motherboards are elevated off the back plate.
So
that gives you more enough. Yeah, that gives you more room to run these cables behind there, and you definitely have enough length. I personally have a Cooler Master half 932, which is a very big case, and I do not need any extensions. And I also have an XL board as well, so that board is actually bigger than the case itself. And the last three mounting points are just floating in the air because that case isn't big enough for that board, but that is a full-size case. And I'm thinking, I don't even need any extensions on this case. So I would just really highly recommend, if you are a gamer, you built your own rig, please look into your cable management. Try to hide them a little bit more. Let those bigger fans that you put in push more air through.
Instead of the wires getting all chopping all the airflow.
Yeah, you're just blocking airflow, and it's just you have a lot more static air in your case, which you don't really want. That's just my personal complaint. It was just seeing how much time and effort they put into this, and the very last thing that they just didn't want to do, maybe they ran out of time, maybe they just they didn't know the impact of it, just lack of knowledge. My personal complaint or just annoyance was the lack of cable management within these builds. Anything on your end?
No, I think we've hit everything I was thinking about.
You sure?
Yeah.
No
100%?
Yeah, 100%.
No rants?
No, I'm also thinking about work, so I'm getting kind of tired.
Yeah, like I said, it's getting pretty late. So, with that being said, I think we're gonna call it a night. And you're over here vaping still. Just, I apologize. I am stuffy. I don't know if it's allergies or I could just be catching a cold, but yeah. I'm going to have fun with this for the next few days. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you guys making it this far to our third episode of Convention Shenanigans. Once again, we are very understaffed. If there's anyone out there who's very interested in helping us, either with camera work, audio work, if it's editing, if it's hosting, feel free to reach out to us and just see what we can work out. And hopefully, if possible, you can join us on these adventures of ours. We like to go to as many conventions as possible between work and scheduling for vacation days. Just give us a shout, see what we can do. I'm Mike Fugi.
And I'm t.dang.
And I'm Tyler.
And we'll catch you next time.
All
Later.
Right. Peace.